Lennox Elite code e223.
Hi, welcome to JustAnswer This. Code refers to low pressure switch failed open minus refer to troubleshooting and installation instruction. This could be caused by a plugged intake or exhaust pipe, bad inducer motor, or bad pressure switch. Check your intake and exhaust PVC pipes, make sure they are clear. Sometimes the obstruction, if any, may not be visible from the outside. For example, if a leaf got sucked into the intake pipe. Make sure inducer motor is running, small motor at top of the furnace. Finally, if everything else checks out, you could have a bad low pressure switch.
I removed the intake pipe from the top of the unit, but the exhaust is glued, which means I will need to get up on the roof to check for obstructions within that pipe. There is a cover that both of the pipes feed into, which appears intact. Again, from what I can see from below. I'm not sure how to recognize the inducer motor to verify that it's running.
The inducer motor is the small motor at the top connected to your PVC venting. You should be able to tell if this is running or not.
I'm guessing based on that description it would be PN 103613-01 per Lennox. That's called Lennox 93W77 to 103613-01 switch pressure 0.45/.90 pics attached.
I'd need the full model number of the furnace to look up correct part number.
EL296DFV.
Please recheck, that is not coming up. Need full model number from inside the unit on a tag. Try this, EL296DF0701548B03. Now I have the manual out and see the parts diagram blowout. The combustion air inducer was definitely running. If the pipes are clear and inducer is running and there is no condensate drainage backup, then it is probably the switch. Found one here.
Try this, EL296DF0701548B03. Now I have the manual out and see the parts diagram blowout. The combustion air inducer was definitely running.
If the pipes are clear and inducer running and there is no condensate drainage backup, then it is probably the switch. Found one here.
How do I recognize a condensate drainage backup?
You would usually hear a watery swishing sound inside inducer housing when it runs.
Okay, I will try to get a switch tomorrow locally. Is there a way to ohm it out to verify that it's bad?
No, to test a pressure switch gets complicated. You have to have a device called a manometer and know how to use it. Then, given the rating, in inches water column, you see if given that amount of inches water column vacuum to the switch, if it closes at rated inches water column. One other thing to try, take the tubing off, not on the switch side, but the other end, then gently suck, then blow through the tubing a few times. Sometimes this will free up the switch if it's sticking.
I see 3 tubes of equal size. One attaches from the front to the rear of the switch. The other 2 attach between the switch and back of inducer. Which hose should I try the trick with? I assume not the one that attaches the front to the back of the switch.
The one that goes to low pressure switch, the one with the lower rating in inches water column.
Does the inducer motor run continuously or intermittently?
Continuously, although if the switch isn't made, it will shut down and give that error code.
Okay, that makes sense. I think that's all for now, THX.
Yes, good luck.
It was the switch $29 locally.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.